This is my new apartment. I just moved in today. So I decided to organize and assemble this new desk I got from Home Depot. It's pretty good quality for how much it costs. The apartment came furnished, so I'm borrowing this chair for when I study. I'm proud of myself because when I first walked in here, it wasn't quite what I expected. It wasn't clean. I got a little frustrated, but I used that as fuel. It's a chance to show how I want my life to be. And when there's cleanliness, there's clarity. So everything has to be organized. I have this thought that what you're surrounded by is what represents you. And when you represent action, you represent control, self-mastery. I'm going to make some breakfast, but it starts with Rise coffee. I got it from rise.com. It was basically free because I returned it and it somehow arrived at my door. I usually like to mix my coffee with silk creamer and almond milk. Tastes pretty good. I usually like to drink my coffee by standing up, and it'll let my mind wander. I've gotten better at it because when I was younger, I would do it excessively, and I identified it as analysis paralysis. It's when you overthink too much about a decision to the point when you're unable to take action. I'm making a spinach omelet. I'm kind of low on supplies, so I'm going to the grocery store soon. I don't make omelets very often, but I plan to make it a daily habit. I used to make smoothies every morning, but then I stopped because I wasn't feeling the best. I was feeling tired all the time. I was using it as my primary source of nutrition, but because I cook, I plan to bring it back as a habit. I'm planning on going to a cafe in Boston. It's where I want to work part-time. So I have an interview to meet up with. It's called Thinking Cups. I love making coffee, and while I make coffee, I also work on AI projects for my job online. I'm taking a transit to Chinatown. It's where I want to walk before my interview. I think about a famous chemist when I walk around here. He worked on the atomic bomb for the Manhattan Project. His name was James Conant. He was born here in this area, so it's pretty inspiring to walk here in Dorchester every day. Turns out I'm going to the public library. I've been reviewing all my studies from Calc 1. I'm tutoring calculus now, and to be honest, I sometimes feel like I don't deserve it. I think about my experiences in high school, and how I ended up with a very low AP score. I struggled a lot, but I had a lot of troubles outside of school. I have a passion for physics, so I got a second chance to prove myself that it wasn't because I would never understand calculus, but rather because I was prioritizing differently. So I proved myself well enough that I could teach math. But it all gets to me because I realize that there's always going to be something that you won't understand. But when you have a history wrapped up behind it, and it gets you tangled up in a knot, so the mindset ends up in a tailspin. But that'll all change someday. I just finished my interview at my cafe, and the interview turned out to be a full-hour shift. I guess that was a good fit. I like this cafe, and I like coffee. I decided to get a treat and buy a hat on the way. A lot's improved since I came here in Boston. I'm journaling now. I usually journal questions and observations as a daily habit. Got a lot done today, but I forgot to get groceries, so I'm using what I have left. I think about my family and my childhood journaling. I hope I make them proud, and myself in the journal too.